Yo, welcome to the show. It's Boston's Banter with Frank the Bank and Keith LaCava. You know the answer. Talking sports, breaking down the play so raw. From the Celtics to the Sox, we giving you the score. Catch the vibe, we coming live. Filling up your feed, let the passion thrive. Every dunk, every run, we analyze the moves. Shout out to the fans, feel the rhythm and grooves. From Gillette to the Garden, we ain't missing a beat. Frank and LaCava bring the fire, can't accept defeat.
What up? Welcome back to Boston's Banter, where the sports are wicked and the banter is pisser. I'm your host, Frank the Bank. With me, as always, is Keith LaCava. What's going on, Bermuda Triangle?
Hey, not much, Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs in the house here tonight. I mean, we got episode 62.
Yes, sir.
Both of our drafts are this weekend. I'm
Yes,
fired up.
sir.
It's going to be so much fun.
Draft weekend,
right?
baby.
Let's go. Let's
Love
get it
it.
started. We're going to the casino for mine. We're doing roulette, so it's going to be a pretty cool way.
That's going to be interesting.
To determine draft order. So it's we got a little strategy that we'll show it to you guys next week. And then what are you doing for yours?
Yeah, so this year, Frankie, we're going to do some beer pong shots in mine, and we're going to do 10 shots, and we're going to tally up the score. You're going to have some Island Cups worth 3, and then the Cluster Cups worth 1.
I like that. That's smart.
Let's see if Dan will actually hit some this year.
I know, right? I got the first one in. I got like the worst pick that year because it was just whatever was on the bottom of the cup. So I like the way you're doing it this year better.
Absolutely, brother.
So let's get in the wicked piss of news, though. We got some stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do,
What
Frankie.
do you got for me?
And we got some Celtics news, but it's not regarding any of the Celtics players.
crazy
It's somebody
story.
that's
Crazy.
affiliated family-wise with one of the Celtics stars. So let's break it down real quick. So the father of Celtic star Jaylen Brown, Marcel's Brown, was arrested Thursday morning and accused of attempted murder
I know, that's crazy.
in connection with the stabbing Wednesday night in Las Vegas. Supposedly, the stabbing occurred after Brown allegedly dinged the victim's car when he got out of his SUV, leading to an argument. And then Brown allegedly stabbed the victim multiple times after he had his back turned.
In the back,
the
yeah.
is
Brown's
going
attorney
on?
came out and said he was defending himself, but I don't know how you stab someone in the back 5
Right,
times.
that's
4
what I was
times,
just
whatever
gonna
it was.
say. His
It's
attorney-
like if he's turning around, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, his attorney said it was in self-defense, but like you said, he's stabbing him in the back. I mean, how's that self-defense if the guy's walking away, dude?
I guess in Vegas, everything doesn't always stay in Vegas, I
No,
guess, right?
absolutely, especially not with that, man.
That's
That dude's the
crazy.
father of Jaylen Brown, bro.
That's
The
crazy.
Finals
man.
MVP
I'm
from
glad the
last
guy's
year.
okay. I mean, that's just nuts. Over a little fender bender, a little ding, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of crazy.
But Frankie, it's not good for an already thin Celtics team that needs Jaylen Brown's positive focus, and this
Yeah.
won't help in that regard.
Oh, heck no. This is crazy.
The guy's a boxer too, man. How about you just throw fists?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I don't know. That's crazy.
But Frankie, we actually got some more NBA news here, and we actually have a notable player, somebody that was actually drafted when I graduated high school, who I was a big fan of. 5-time NBA All-Star John Wall announced his retirement from the NBA after 11 seasons. The number 1 pick in the 2010 NBA draft out of Kentucky to the Wizards, where he played the majority of his career. Also played for the Rockets and the Clippers. He was one of the fastest, most athletic point guards during his prime. He was also the 2014 Slam Dunk champion and an elite defender, making all defensive second team in 2015. But Frankie, injuries plagued the second half of his career.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, he never played more than half the games in any of the past 6 seasons, and he didn't play the last 2 years. But you know what, Frankie? I'll never forget the fits he gave us in the 2017 Eastern Conference semifinals against us, where he averaged 25.1 points per game and a game-winning shot in Game 6 to force a Game 7.
The kid was unbelievable. He had a great career. I mean, it's cut short. Let's be real.
Right.
Let's be real. It could have been
Injuries.
It could have been really special if it wasn't for the injuries.
You know who ended the Wizards' run in that Game 7, though?
Nope.
Olynyk the Clinic.
Oh yeah, Kelly.
Remember that?
Good old Kelly.
Yes,
yep,
sir.
That's right.
Well, Frankie, let's
Awesome.
move over to some Red Sox
Yeah,
news,
let's do
brother.
it. All right,
They
let's
looked
do
good
it.
this past week, man.
Not bad. Not
Big
bad.
games.
A couple of them actually.
Oh, absolutely, Frankie. So the Red Sox are currently 72-60 on the season, second in the AL East, and they're actually tops in the wild card
Right
again.
now, yep.
Yes, sir. So let's break down what they did this past week. So they lost 6-3 versus the Orioles in Boston last Monday.
Yep.
Followed by a 4-3 loss versus the Orioles last Tuesday
That
to
was a
lose that
gross,
series. The
gross
Orioles.
loss. We had so many chances to win that game.
Right.
Me and your dad were going back and forth on Facebook
course.
too, like just saying like, "Hey, where's the small ball? Why? Bases loaded, no outs. It's insane."
I
You
know.
what I mean?
Yeah, it was disgusting.
I didn't like that at all. They should have won that game.
They should have. And then
Unbelievable.
going into the pivotal series versus the Yankees, and
Yep.
it was a good one, Frankie, in the Bronx this past Thursday to start the series. They won 6-3. Roman Anthony was clutch in the top of the ninth, and we're going to show the clip real quick.
Like a broken record on this. Top of the order, and Anthony.
Roman drives one high and deep and gone! Roman reigns supreme in Gotham. That is a hit with runners in scoring position. A signature moment for Anthony. And it is 6-3 Red Sox.
kid's been killing it, bro.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely killing it. A 2-run homer to put the Sox up 3 and eventually win the game. Then a boring 1-0 win over the Yankees this past Friday night. That's what I was saying. Great pitching. But yeah, boring 1-0 win. We still got the dub, though.
Needed it.
Followed by a 12-1 swooping win
sure.
over the punk Yankees on Saturday.
That was a huge one.
Trevor Story and Carlos Narvaez both had homers.
Yep.
Then a 7-2 loss at the Yankees to end that series. Yankees are 2-8 versus the Sox this season.
I was going to say, we've only lost twice to them. We've already won the season series, even if we lose out the rest of the games, which we're not going to, but that's awesome. We need them. We need all those wins against the Yankees.
Love seeing that. Love seeing that. And lastly, a 4-3 win over the Orioles in Baltimore on Monday to start that series. Duran had a 3-run home run in the 5th to put the Sox up 4-3 and eventually win the game by that score.
Yeah, the bullpen did really good then, too, so I thought that was a great hold there as well.
Absolutely, Frankie.
We play again tonight against them, so see what we can do.
Keep it rolling. But Frankie, you know, over here at Boston's Banter, we like to make fun of the teams in the MLB. So I just wanted to bring this up real quick because this is actually pretty interesting.
Yep.
The Astros recently went 31 innings, 3 games in 4 innings, scoreless. They finally scored this past Wednesday versus the Tigers on a 2-run home run and still lost 7-2 to get swept.
That's crazy, yeah. That's crazy. That's scoreless innings like that. It's wild.
Well, they were
a good team, too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But the Astros, they were outscored 23-0 over their 3-game scoreless streak and technically 30-0 after 3 more innings during that game on Wednesday. The Astros, they look like bro.
That's good for us. Anyways, yeah, that's awesome. But only other news I had was Cal Raleigh. We talked about home run derby winner. He actually broke the record already. They still got like 28 games left or something for most home runs by a catcher. Yeah, he hit his 49th, which passed. You remember who? It's a couple years ago. It was only 2021.
Yeah, it was 2021. It was for the Royals.
It was the Royals. He was the catcher.
Dude, I knew it was the Royals. I just can't remember his
Salvador
name.
Perez.
Okay.
Who passed Johnny Bench from way back when.
Like 1970
yeah, so that was a long time ago. So yeah, but since then he's actually already passed 50. So he's gonna. It's gonna be one of the best seasons, if not the best season ever. Probably a catcher, and he's a great defensive catcher too. So.
Hey, rightfully so. He won the home run derby.
Yeah, awesome for him. So wanted to bring that up.
Absolutely. So. But Frankie, let's get into some NFL news. The season's right around the corner, man. So it was a lot of moves, some wailing and dealing going on.
Yep.
But we're gonna get right into it, Frankie. We had 2 notable free agent signings I want to bring up real quick. Matt Judon signed a 1-year deal with the Dolphins, so he's gonna be over there with Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips and those guys.
That helps them.
And then the Raiders are bringing back a familiar face, bro.
Yeah.
They signed wide receiver Amari Cooper to a 1-year deal.
I know. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, man. He's not in Oakland no more. It's Las Vegas now, so a little bit of different scenery, but it's the Raiders. And then, Frankie, we had some trades that actually happened this past week as well.
A few of them.
So I want to bring this one up because this one was actually surprising to me. So the Vikings traded their team captain, defensive tackle Harrison Phillips, and a 2027 7th-round pick to the Jets in exchange for a 2026 6th-round pick and a 2027 6th-rounder. But Frankie, that D-line over there is going to be tough for the Jets, bro, because they got Quinnen Williams on that D-line too.
Yeah.
Stack them together?
The defense ain't bad over there.
No, their D-line, I hate to say it. Yeah, their defense.
Sauce Gardner in the secondary.
Come
on, they got a good team on defense.
Unfortunately. The Chiefs, they traded wide receiver Sky Moore to the 49ers for a 2027 6th and 7th round pick swaps. The 49ers are dealing with a lot of injuries to wide receivers with Ayuk DePuke, Juwan Jennings, and other wide receiver DeMarcus Robinson just got suspended 3 games today.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So, they needed to make a deal for a wide receiver. Not the flashiest name, but he's somebody.
He never really panned out, actually. He was one of those, fast kids that came out, and you thought he might replace Tyreek Hill and somewhat, but never even came close.
Right. He was on the Chiefs, man. He got noticed playing with Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not the only trade the 49ers made. There was one more notable, Frankie. The Commanders actually traded running back Brian Robinson to the 49ers for a 2026
He was one of my sleeper guys. We were talking about my running backs. I'm like, he's definitely not a sleeper anymore, but he's a handcuff now for sure.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But for a 2026 6th-round pick?
It's crazy. Brian Robinson seemed like an animal the last couple of years. You know what I mean? He
hard runner.
He got shot in the leg, rather, and
still runs hard.
The kid's nasty.
Dude, breaks tackles and everything.
It makes you wonder if McCaffrey's 100% too, because it's why would they be trading for he was a starting running back for the last few years. He's a good running back.
I know, man. That was a surprise. I remember that's the first thing I thought of was you bringing him up as a sleeper, because I thought that was a good sleeper pick.
I thought he would be a good sleeper, honestly.
And then, Frankie, this one kind of caught me off guard too, because this team traded for him and then they just traded to another team. But the Browns traded quarterback Kenny Pickett to the Raiders for a 5th-round pick. Now, Raiders backup Aiden O'Connell is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks, so this move makes sense for the Raiders, but still, man, I mean, Kenny Pickett's just getting shipped around.
He's going to end up being a bust.
That's
Career
what I'm saying,
backup,
bro.
but that's whatever.
But Frankie, we got 2 notable extensions I want to bring up because these guys were waiting to get their payday, and they finally got it. So the Commanders finally signed wide receiver Terry McLaurin to a 3-year, $96 million deal, $30 million signing bonus, ending his long holdout and getting him ready for Week 1 versus the Giants.
I mean, they need him.
About time.
Let's be real.
And then the Bengals, they signed defensive end Trey Hendrickson to a 1-year, $30 million deal, a $14 million raise this year.
Yeah.
And he's still slated to become an unrestricted free agent. But obviously, after the season, the Bengals will see who they need to dump, what money they need to dump to hopefully get him an extension. But if not, guys,
I mean, I know he wanted more years. I mean, he's not young either. So it's like, it's kind of a prove it deal. But
1
it's a
year,
big,
$30 million.
big deal. But I mean, the sack leader last year, like,
what I'm saying,
he deserves it. But I think it was smart for the Bengals to not put some big number like 5-year, 4-year.
We'll see what happens with that, Frankie. Before we get into Foxborough Focus, I just saw some notable cuts throughout the NFL this past week.
Yeah, there's been a few.
So I just want to bring these up. More so fantasy relevant.
Yeah.
So the Saints cut running back Cam Akers. The Saints are looking to have Alvin Kamara and Kendre Miller to lead that backfield. The Browns cut quarterback Tyler Huntley. No surprise there.
Yeah.
The Commanders cut wide receiver Michael Gallup. Obviously, McLaurin, he just got extended.
Yeah.
The Giants cut quarterback Tommy DeVito, bro.
DeVito bro's gone.
Seahawks cut wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah, that was an interesting cut.
And then these next few were actually a little surprising to me. The Panthers cut wide receiver Hunter Renfrow after hearing how good he was doing in camp.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, they feel like they have a bunch of guys right on the cusp there. Obviously, they just drafted
Teteroa McMillan.
So I mean, but then you still got Thielen's been great for them since he's moved over there. And then the guys last year that they had going, they had some really good guys.
Right.
Jalen Coker was really good
That's
last
what
year
I'm saying.
too. So it's like, who do you?
And
you gotta-
Xavier Legette.
They drafted early, 2 years ago. So it's like,
Yeah, but I hope he gets a chance somewhere else. Man, he came out of
I
retirement.
know he's good.
And then we got the Steelers cutting wide receiver Robert Woods. We thought he was going to be over there in Pittsburgh. They don't really got depth at wide receiver. I mean, other than DK Metcalf. But after him, who else you got? Calvin Austin.
Yeah, he's injured too, a little bit banged
Right.
up. So
The Browns cut wide receiver Deontay Johnson. Looks like he's getting shipped away from another team.
this dude fell off the face of the
That's what I'm
planet. Dude
saying,
had like
bro.
100 receptions a couple years ago.
That's what I'm saying,
It's like
bro.
I had never seen anything like it. You have high hopes for the guy.
And then the Packers, they cut wide receiver McCole Hardman, a 3-time Super Bowl champ, just 2 years ago. The guy had the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
He's a speed demon, but I mean, they're dealing with a lot of injuries too. I'm surprised he got cut.
And then Frankie, this one isn't fantasy relevant, but I just want to bring it up, and I got a clip to show. But the Bucks, they cut safety Shiloh Sanders, and I'm actually going to show a clip why they cut this punk. Dude was looking like he was going to make a roster spot, too, in the last game. Dude, he's got to throw a punch.
Yep.
In gameplay, mind you, it gets physical out there. Why is he doing that?
He's in a huge bankruptcy lawsuit thing right now too,
Right.
over $11 million thing. He like broke a guy's neck or back or something. I don't know, over something. This was a while ago.
So yeah,
15.
he's gonna be in the
2015 or something.
CFL, the UFL.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a lot of moves and everything. So we'll see what happens with all that.
Love it, man.
Yes, sir.
So that was a great wicked piece of news. Why don't we jump right into the Foxborough Focus?
Yes, sir, Frankie. So preseason's over.
Yeah.
Game 3 concluded.
It was a blowout.
Yeah, we got killed by the Giants. Never want to get killed by the Giants, but if we are, I'm glad it was in the preseason.
Yeah, of course.
So the Patriots lost to the Giants 42-10. Like I said, all third stringers and backup. So like I said, no highlights or anything.
It's really nothing, yeah.
But Frankie, I just want to show this clip real quick of the Giants quarterbacks. Mind you, Russell Wilson wasn't within this group because he's a little more mature than these guys. But let's just look at the clip real quick.
Hey, I'm just saying, they call us the Three Amigos, but somebody had the hat trick today. We turning up, and we got the Young Bucks, and we eat W's with the Young Bucks. You know what time it is. Go Big Blue. We turning up. We setting this thing out. Where he at? They running away. The Three Amigos, the Three Tutties. Good night.
So
are they doing?
You got Jackson Dart, Tommy DeVito, bro, who just got cut. Right. And Jameis Winston. Obviously, Jameis Winston loves being on camera, but it's like these guys are celebrating
It's a preseason game.
But mind you, none of the starters played, bro.
Yeah, that's like they just won the championship.
Yeah, you know what that reminded me of, Frankie? And actually, I'm going to bring this clip up real quick.
I saw a clip today that I feel like I have to show you because I must know what your reaction to this is. So the Lakers had an 8-game losing streak. They beat the Celtics. Overtime, great. This is from after that game.
This got interesting. Come back to Forzo T. You got the friends here.
You feel me? We back in the building. Y'all thought we was gone. My man Jaylen was doing his thing. Jay Hill doing his thing.
Nick out there hitting his free throws. You know how he do it. You know, Jaylen going to the basket like it ain't nothing to it but to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike, man, you got a nice suit on today, too, man.
Appreciate that, Swag.
You got
Men's Warehouse.
Now, would that happen if you were there? would there be a celebration?
Mind you, Frankie, the Lakers, they had like 20-something wins that year, and they were celebrating a win against the Celtics. They weren't getting anywhere near the playoffs. You saw how pissed Kobe was. My pointless celebration. The Giants just won a preseason game against all the Patriots practice squad guys and third stringers. Pointless celebration.
Yeah, pretend like you know what you're doing. Be a professional. It's preseason.
You see Tommy DeVito, he's eating the W's like Jameis Winston did that one. It's like, dude, go find another team, bro.
Preseason game.
I know.
You get cut the next day, basically.
Right, dude.
Cool.
Cool. You guys are real cool and everything. So celebrate a preseason win. You know what I'm saying, bro? So yeah, Frankie, like I said, in that game, it was the Ben Wooldridge show who actually just got cut as well. But Frankie, I want to bring up some more of the notable cuts from the Patriots this past week to get down to the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
So we got 2 draft picks from last year, the Gerard Mayo draft class. Tight end Jaheim Bell, he was last year's 7th-round pick. Me and you thought he could have been something in that offense.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Joker kind of player. We
were hoping.
Gadget guy, but he didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything. He got like 1 catch.
Yeah.
Then we have last year's 4th-round pick, Layden Robinson, offensive guard. He's gone, especially on an injury designation. Then we got 2 more notable guards they just cut. City Sal, who actually started 14 total games for us the last 2 seasons. He was a 2023 6th-round pick. And then, Frankie, 2022 1st-round pick, Cole Strange. We remember how the Rams reacted when they drafted him. Belichick, what were you doing there? Your guy's gone. I think Vrabel's clearing house with all the Gerard Mayo, Belichick guys and everything.
Making it his own.
Safety Marcus Epps, which I bring this up because I thought he was adding veteran depth to that safety position, but it's looking like Peppers and Duggar will be our safeties after all the talk about Duggar possibly getting traded or
trade
cut.
block crap. I don't believe that.
But they're keeping Duggar. I'm actually glad to hear that.
They got it.
I like Duggar.
Too.
You know what I mean? He had a rough year last year. He got hurt a little bit, but at the same time,
he's a good player.
He is. He can bounce back. So kicker John Parker Romo didn't win the kicker battle. It looks like rookie Andres Borregales wins the kicker job. So he's gone. Then we got defensive end Braden Swinson, Frankie,
was
which
a surprise.
5th-round pick out this year out of LSU.
That was a surprise.
The kid showed speed, showcased a lot of flashiness coming off the edge and everything. I thought he would have been something. Maybe we'll keep him on the practice squad.
I hope
we don't
that's
know
what
yet.
they re-sign a few of these guys to the practice squad, actually.
So we'll see what happens with that. But Frankie, before we end Foxborough Focus, I just got to bring this picture up real quick.
That's a cool stat.
So let me show you this real quick. This here says most touchdown catches for current Patriots. Mind you, current players and coaches. Now you wonder, coaches? So you see here, you got Hunter Henry with 19, Kendrick Bourne with 11, and then you got head coach Mike Vrabel with 8. That's kind of disgusting to see.
That is pretty crazy, but that's going to change this year.
Yeah, Diggs is going to get 15.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Frankie. Another good Foxborough Focus,
yes,
brother.
Sir.
Hey, next time we talking about it, we're getting ready for regular season,
regular
bro.
Season.
Let's go.
Another good Foxborough Focus. Why don't we jump into the lab round? We got tight end sleepers and top-ranked tight ends this week. So I'm going to read off the top 10 tight ends, and we'll give each other our 3 sleepers that we like and kind of go from there like we've been doing every week. So number 1's Brock Bowers, your boy, your sleeper last year. He killed it for you.
In round 12.
And your keeper this year, which is crazy in my league.
Yes, sir.
Trey McBride's at 2, George Kittle's at 3, Sam Laporta 4, TJ Hawkinson's at 5, Travis Kelce's at 6.
Who just got engaged to
He did. I just
Swift.
saw that. Yeah, that just came out today too. David Njoku at 7, Mark Andrews at 8, Evan Ingram 9, and lastly at 10 we got Tucker Kraft. Who's your first sleeper this?
So this guy's moved up in the rankings, as we've seen. They always
they change every day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, this guy, I don't think he's much of a sleeper, but I'm still gonna bring him up. I'm gonna bring up Tyler Warren of the Colts.
Oh yeah, I like that. He's gonna be good.
So the Colts' 1st-round pick with an ADP of 129 is listed as their tight end 1 and projected to be a high-impact rookie. Frankie, the Colts have been looking to boost their tight end production the last few years, and his versatility will sure do that. Not saying the Colts will do this, but last year at Penn State, Warren took snaps at quarterback, running back, wide receiver, in addition to tight end, winning the John Mackey Award, the nation's best tight end. And I also see the Colts head coach Shane Steichen designing creative plays to use his dynamic skill set. I see him being very useful in that pass attack, especially with the show they have at quarterback. I mean, Danny Jones will be looking for him as a security blanket.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one. He's gonna be nasty, honestly.
Dude, I mean, especially if they start using him in all those positions. But I dealt him. Actually, they might put him at quarterback considering the situation.
Nah, he's good. He's real good.
Who you got for yours, Frankie?
So I got Zach Ertz, the ageless wonder. I mean, it was up until today McLaurin was holding out, so I thought he might be even more of a sleeper, but he's still a very steady, consistent guy. 18th tight end taken currently, 165th overall. He had 7 touchdowns last year, 650 yards, not a ton of yards, but he finished the season wicked strong. 11 catches, 104 on 16 targets in the NFC championship game against the Eagles' great defense. He went crazy.
Yeah,
so it's like
you're right.
You know, he is always to me a very consistent guy, and in that crazy offense, I feel like they may pull back on Jaden Daniels running touchdowns in. Maybe he'll get a few more of those, but I mean, you can't go wrong with him that late, even as a backup plug and play. But if the last 2 or 3 games last year, including the NFC Championship game, he went crazy. So,
right.
You know, looked like his old self. You know,
absolutely, man. Like you said, the ageless wonder, man. When is this guy gonna retire?
Hey, he led the league for tight end receptions a few years like in a row, I feel like. But he set the record at one point for the most.
He did.
Yeah, and I mean, so tight end catches. So yeah, he's still very consistent to me. So good value, even if it's just your backup or a plug and play if you have injuries 1 week. You know?
I like it.
So,
I like it.
Who's
Frankie.
your second guy?
So Frankie, this is gonna be the year. I'm telling you, I'm going with Kyle
Don't
Pitts.
do it again.
Kyle
Don't do
Pitts
it. Everyone's
of the
hot.
Falcons.
Gets broken every year. Kyle Pitts gets taken super early. Everyone's like, he's a sleeper. He's a sleeper. Every time they take him, he does terrible.
So let me break it down real quick. So the guy, you gotta look at it this perspective too. I mean, the guy is a freak athlete, but he's played with 6 different quarterbacks in his career.
Yeah.
But let me break it down why I think this is gonna be his year. So obviously the 4th overall pick in the 2021 NFL draft, highest tight end drafted in NFL draft history, who looked to be an insane talent, but hasn't topped 1,000 yards since his rookie year, and also hasn't had 60+ catches since then as well, and an underwhelming 10 touchdowns in 4 seasons with his skill set, 6'6", 250 pounds, and a 4.4 40-yard dash. You're telling me this guy can't get more?
It's almost like he's too small to be a tight end rush blocker, a running rush blocker, whatever you want to call it,
right, for the running backs.
But he's almost too big to be a receiver, so he's almost like, again, a joker kind of player, you know. But I feel like that hurts him, because then when you're running the ball, which I feel like Bijan's gonna run a lot,
best blocker.
You're not the biggest sized guy for a tight end. You have other run blocking tight ends that do better probably. That's really what I feel like. If you look at his snap share, is what really hurt him in the past. But I think coming out of Florida, the kid is a freak, like you said.
Well,
if they can
250 pounds.
Saying 250, I mean, again,
that's a good size for a 6'6" guy who runs a 4.4
he's
40-yard
fast,
dash.
But he's not big for a tight end like running block.
Yeah, he looks skinny, but he's just jacked.
I know. I hope he does really good, and I hope this coaching staff can figure it out with him, because I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing.
But not just the coaching staff, Frankie. This year with new quarterback Michael Penix Jr. at the helm. Let me bring up this clip of what Michael Penix Jr. said recently.
I saw this.
I KP the ball today. Going to be a lot of that. He's been working hard. You know, he's had a great summer. You know, he feel really good coming into camp, and I could see it. You know, he's out there running very good, and he's catching the ball very, very well as well. And all off season, he's really my golfing partner. So we've been golfing. We could talk about his golf game. We're not gonna talk about mine, but he can hit a golf ball. But it's been great, man. Just connecting with him, not just on the field but off the field as well. You know, I feel like that's been good, and that's gonna help translate on the field. So
you heard him in practice. He said he got KP the ball.
Yeah,
he said it's gonna translate this year.
He also said he wanted to get Drake London the ball too a lot, and then they got Darnell Mooney and they got Bijan Robinson. It's like they do have a lot of mouths to feed as fantasy.
But this is where I think that Michael Penix will look for him a lot more, because they're golf buddies. They've actually been hanging out outside of the practice field.
Kyle Pitts
he ain't been hanging out with Drake London.
Smart.
He ain't been hanging out with Bijan.
That's smart to do.
So that's why I'm saying, bro, I think that this is going to be his year.
I like Kyle Pitts. I draft him a lot, and I'm not going to reach on him like I have in the past. But if he's sitting there, I feel like it could be a steal if he does well. You know what I mean?
We'll see what happens with that.
I like that pick a lot, because he's on my short list of possible sleepers too.
We'll see what happens, brother. But hey, who's your second?
So I got a really deep one that if you really need a plug and play guy, and this guy could be something. It's tough to say. It's the Giants. It's Theo Johnson. I hate to take anybody on the Giants, but
good size tight end.
I'm saying he's actually a pretty good player. He missed some time last year due to injuries. He does have Russell Wilson as his quarterback this year. We know their offensive line sucks. What happens when you have to get rid of the ball fast? You look for your tight end or your running back, correct?
Blanket.
Your security blanket. So this kid could actually do something this year. He's like, I don't even know, the 30th tight end taken or something crazy. So it's like he's very late in the draft. It's somebody stash on your bench if you get him late enough.
Probably get him off waivers too, depending.
Yeah, he's going to be a free agent in a lot of leagues too. So again, if it's somebody you really need a backup tight end or you need a plug and play, this kid could actually put up some numbers this year. He looked pretty good last year.
I was going to say, he got a lot of, he didn't get a lot of like catches because they were either overthrown or underthrown, but he got a lot of red zone targets.
Yeah, the games that he started last year, he had 5 or more targets in 4 of those games, and he only started like 12 games. So it's like he missed some times due to injury. So he had 5 targets, a pretty lot. So
Russell will be looking for him.
Yeah, I think so.
Then, Frankie, for my last one, I'm going to bring up Mason Taylor of the
I like
Jets.
that. We talked about him, too. He's on my short list, too, actually.
So one of my sleeper rookies who I think in a thin Jets receiving room can get some decent looks this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get drafted in the majority of leagues, but he is listed as their tight end 1 on their depth chart. And quarterback Justin Fields has ranked in the top 5% since 2021 for targeting tight ends. Also, he likes throwing over the middle of the field to tight ends. And Taylor listed at 6'5", 251 pounds, and he ran a 4.6. He could be a great asset for Fields and the Jets. I see Mason Taylor being a good red zone target too. He had notable red zone presence in college at LSU, and he had 5 red zone touchdowns from 2023 to 2024.
I like that. That's a good pick, too.
Yes, sir.
We talked about him a lot. And again, we're talking about a bad offensive line. We're talking about Justin Fields dumping it off. That's exactly what you want to see. You want those high floors. You know what I mean? So it's like that's somebody that could definitely do that.
He comes from athletic genes, too, man. His father was Jason Taylor, bro.
Yeah, I like it. So that's a good pick, too.
So, Frankie, who you got for your last one?
I got Jake Ferguson, 14th overall.
Jake the Snake.
Tight end. Yeah, tight end taken right now, 28th overall pick. Dak Prescott's back. Last year, he did not play much at all. He was injured from almost the whole season. You got 2 great wideouts on the outside, so those guys need coverage. It's going to open up the middle of the field, right? He had Ferguson only played 14 games last year. And in 2023, the year before, he was 9th in points per game for any tight ends, and that's when Dak actually played. Okay, so last year, he had no touchdowns, but he had 86 targets. The year that Dak played, he had 5 touchdowns, 71 catches on 102 targets. So the targets were still there last year.
Just need Dak at the helm.
You had bums throwing the ball.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Rush.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So even with him missing games last year, he still got 86 targets. He missed 3 games last year too. So I feel like he's going to get back up to that. He had 0 touchdowns last year. He had 5 the year before that. That's crazy. So he's definitely going to get back up into the top 10 in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely, Frankie. I like that one. Jake the Snake.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff, Frankie. We'll see what happens, man. That's the end of the fantasy outlook. We did quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, and tight ends.
Let's go.
Next week, we'll be bringing up our fantasy teams.
Yeah.
But it will be part of Wicked Smart Fantasy Stats.
I love it. So another great LaCava round. I mean, like you said, we're bringing back Wicked Spot Fantasy Stats next week. So
can't wait,
we're going to have pictures of our drafts. We're going to have our draft, like our teams that we drafted. You guys give us some grades and let us know how we did and everything.
Oh, great, Frankie. I'm getting a phone call.
Here we go again, every time.
Sorry, guys. Let's see what it is this time. Frankie getting phone calls left and right. Never makes sense.
People love you.
Hello?
This is the emergency broadcast system.
Okay, what's the emergency this time?
It's always something.
We are alerting you that we now know these metallic ships are alien.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
What the heck was that about?
Dude, I don't know, man. Some bullshit about aliens, Frankie.
Aliens.
Frankie, it's something every week.
It's everything.
Can you break it down for me what it might be?
You know what it is? It's that new movie Run this week. It's an alien invasion movie. It looks actually pretty cool. There's not a ton of movies coming out this week, but that one actually looks pretty interesting. I like alien movies.
Yeah, I love alien movies, man. That makes sense actually for that phone call.
Yeah.
Frankie, you hear that, bro?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, that actually sounds like some UFOs incoming, bro.
I like that.
Dude, do your anything. We gotta
From
get out of here.
Beantown to your town, stay wicked pisser.
From Foxborough to your bro, thanks for listening. Frankie! Wait, no! Frank! I gotta go. From Foxborough to your bro, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week.